Hello everybody, welcome back. A lot of you guys have asked if I will do the $1 a day challenge, and I didn't know what this was, so I went and looked it up. Sorry, we're moving in the car, but I went and I looked it up, and it is where someone takes around $1 a day. The average that I have seen was around $1.60 to $1.75 a day, and they feed themselves, only themselves, breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 7 days. So we're doing that. See what I can come up with. See if I can do a little something. I'm feeling good about it. So let's go to Walmart and let's get the items that we're going to use for this. I want to try to get a lot of produce if I can. For around $1 a day, I'm sorry y'all, I don't think there's going to be any meat in this. But we're going to have protein. Protein's going to be beans. I love beans. So, let's go. I'm feeling good about it. Let's go. It was coming down so hard. I thought it was okay. Let's do some of that. These don't have a price anywhere, but I checked online and it's $1.98 for 2 pounds. I just need 2 bananas. Some reason that is always more than what it is at the registers. Onions are the cheapest. I'm looking for a tiny one. That one looks rotten, but it doesn't feel it. So I want to get this. Bulk garlic is $4.28 a pound. I need just the tiniest one. Oh wow! The smaller one. I did. 98 cents a pound for Roma's, and we get 3. 2. Whoop! I dropped one. Bell pepper, getting the biggest one I could find because it's not by the pound. The big one. Let's find a big one. Dusty, help me find the biggest one you can find, because they're not by the pound. They're just individually, and I don't want a big one. Ooh, there's a big one. Is it the biggest one?
Thanks, babe.
I'll get this one. Found a cheaper onion. A cheaper onion. Oh yeah, let's get a cheaper onion, y'all. I'm also getting the biggest cucumber I can find because it is not by the pound either. It's 64 cents for just a cucumber. So I'm going to try to find the biggest one I can find. I'm looking for the cheapest apples. Maybe. I'm going to hold it. Cheaper one by 3 cents. Oh, the last one. The last dandelion of the season. I'm sorry, I'm lame. How much does it cost? Howdy. Okay, my total before tax was $10.23. Trying to make it focus right there. After tax here in Tennessee, it was $10.92. But we're doing pre-tax since everybody's taxes are different. And some of y'all don't even have taxes on food. I'm jealous. So $10.23 is what I spent. Bell pepper, banana, cucumber, corn, onion. The apple, they had the wrong price. The apple was the wrong price. You see that? Oh, I'm so bummed. They put the wrong price on the shelf. But it's okay. I'm still at $10.23. At my Walmart, eggs are $2.06 a dozen. I'll put the screenshot here so you can see. I didn't buy those because I have chickens that are laying eggs like crazy. So there's no sense in me spending money on that when I already have it. So I am going to be using 12 eggs for this, but I am adding the $2.06 to the total so it'll be accurate. So that brings my total to $12.29. Now, one person, 3 meals a day, that will bring each day to $1.75, which is the typical amount that everybody's spending for these videos, for these challenges. So I think I did pretty good. Now we're going to see if I can stretch all of this food for 7 days. 3 meals a day. Let's go. At everything we have for this challenge. I have 1 ear of corn, 1 pretty large cucumber, 3 Roma tomatoes, pretty large bell pepper, an apple, 2 bananas, an onion, a small head of garlic, 7 ounces of pasta, Italian salad dressing mix, 2 pounds of pinto beans. We have 30 white corn tortillas, Jiffy buttermilk biscuit mix, and Jiffy corn muffin mix, plus my 12 eggs that you don't see here. For breakfast today on day 1, I'm going to scramble up 2 eggs and eat them on a tortilla. I just put a little bit of salt and pepper in there. There's just like a little bit of oil in the pan. I'm going to get my pan steaming hot so it doesn't stick. I'm just going to do 1 of the eggs at a time. Just throw my tortilla over top and let this baby cook. There's not a lot of strength to the egg yet, so I don't want to turn it. Ready, set, flipper. All right, looks fantastic. I'm just going to, there we go. There's 1. Okay, I think it's a good one. Boom. That got a little extra done on that side, but it's okay. And there we go. There's my breakfast for day 1. Okay, breakfast. The 2 eggs. I love these things. Have you ever made these? They're so good. So simple. And yet they're really tasty. I love these things. If you have cheese, it's really good to put cheese on it. But these don't have cheese. Salsa too, really good. But this is great. Day 1 breakfast, winner. Beans are going to be the protein for this challenge. I have 2 pounds of beans, but I don't want to make both pounds all at once because this has to last 7 days, and I don't think beans will last a whole 7 days without going rancid. It's usually like 3 to 5 days max. So I'm just going to cook half of these beans for now, and the other half in a couple of days. Living on $1 a day, you're going to have some leftovers, but I'm trying to make things that I absolutely love so it won't get tiring. I won't get food fatigue. So I'm going to go ahead and prep my beans and put them in the Instant Pot so they can get cooking. Be sure to wash and pick through your beans, pick out all the bad pieces. And there's rocks in these. There's lots of rock. I always find a rock. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'll go on with half of the, that was loud. Half of the pinto beans in there. I'll look through and pick out any bad ones. Look for some rocks. Yuck. I'm currently washing my beans, and I just want you to look at that murky, icky water. This is why it's important to wash your beans. I fill them up, and I just take my hands and I do this. inside the water, trying to get all that dried up dirt off. Cooking beans in the Instant Pot is so fast and easy. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to see if the water's going to boil out. It's my preferred method. I like to do 2 inches of water above the beans. It just makes me comfortable. I know that it's not going to run out of water and be too thick. We're going to throw in some salt, just salt to taste. I think beans need a lot of salt, so I'm at least doing a tablespoon. I'm going to do a little bit of pepper, not much. Well, that's a lot to some people, but that's not much to me. And at this point, drop in some butter or drop you in some bacon grease that you saved. You could use vegetable oil. We're going to pressure cook this for probably 65 minutes. There we go. Quick release when it's done. Now for my lunch, and this is going to last me a few days. I'm going to boil this pasta, and we're going to make a veggie pasta salad. And don't worry, I'm going to add protein to it. Let's start chopping up our veg. Guess I'm going to do 1.5 of the tomatoes and save the other 1.5 for some makeshift pico for in a couple days. Use half of this. And this I'm going to wrap up and put it aside. Or I might go ahead and make that pico and just put it in the fridge. Okay. There's 1.5 tomatoes. Okay. Let's chop up this pepper. I'm not going to use all this pepper in this. I'm going to put some of it into a container or something else, but I'm just going to go ahead and chop it up. It's a lot of pepper. Okay, I'm going to do a big handful. Probably half of that, I guess. And this other half, I'm going to put it in here. And save this for something else. I'm thinking about it. I'm just going to go ahead and make that makeshift pico. I don't have any limes, but it's okay. The other mater, I'm just going ahead and going at it. I'm going to use this entire cucumber for this. And I'm leaving the skin on. I like the skin of a cucumber. I love the smell of cucumbers. It smells like summer. It smells like fresh garden cucumbers. Oh, I love it. Got those cucumbers in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and dice up the entire onion as well and divide it amongst. And I'm trying to use every single bit of onion I can, because this is a tight week, remember? We're trying to live on $1 a day. So I'm trying to use every single bit. that I can. Okay. Okay. This half, I'm going to put in those tomatoes. Well, for that pico, I mean, it doesn't have the lime juice or cilantro, but I hate cilantro anyways. But this is still really good. Mixing it together. I'm going to put the lid on this, put it in the fridge, and we're going to use this in a couple days. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of this onion for flavor into my bowl of veg. And then this onion, I'm going to put it into my peppers. And we're going to do something with that a couple days. Get that skin out. Okay. I'm feeling good. We got both of these prepped. Awesome. We got our veg. Ooh, look how gorgeous and beautiful. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, I'm going to take that Italian seasoning that we got. My mom makes this kind of pasta salad all the time, but she puts Salad Supreme seasoning in it, and it's so stinking good. But it's still good without the Salad Supreme seasoning. I'm going to dump every bit of that in there. I'm going to go in with a little bit of oil. Whatever oil you have. I would say about 1/4 cup. Since I don't have Salad Supreme like my mom uses, I'm just going to add some salt and some pepper to this. Stir this up. Let it marinate until I'll show you the next step. Oh gosh, it smells so good. It smells so good. Look how pretty. And it smells so good. I said it 500 times, but it does. I love this pasta salad. It's like, my mom isn't a cook. She doesn't cook very much. But the things that she does make is pretty good. In her pasta salad like this, amazing. That pasta we made is done. I drained it and then I ran cold water over it so it would be cool, because hot pasta and pasta salad, it ain't good to me. So you need to let it cool or run cold water over it. And then we're going to dump that in there. It smells so good. I'm excited for lunch. This is going to last me a few days. Like, yeah. But I'm not done yet. I'm going to go ahead and let this chill in the refrigerator. And I'll show you the next step, which isn't typical for this pasta salad. But since it's going to be my lunch, I'm going to add some protein to it. The beans are done. I do want them to thicken up a bit, because this is going to be my dinner tonight. But I'm going to go ahead and take out the beans that I'm going to put into my lunch. I'm just scooping. Just scooping them out. What, a cup of beans, I guess? I'm going to let these drain. And I'm going to rinse them off and get them cold. And I'm going to go ahead and saute. I'm boiling these without the lid. It'll make it more creamy and make them better. All right. That actually looks pretty good, and it smells great. And this is going to be my lunch today for the next few days. It looks pretty tasty. I love those little bow ties. The Hispanic brand of pasta. I love these things. This bowl is huge. This is day one lunch. I have the pasta salad that we made. Looks great. And I have half of a banana with a lot more of that pasta salad to go. Howdy, so we got lunch. It looks good, smells good. I love this pasta salad. I can never get tired of this. It's so good. I love the tanginess of the Italian. Now, beans in it aren't typical, but I know we need protein, so adding the cool beans in it actually didn't do anything to the flavor. I can't even tell they're there. To go with my dinner tonight, my beans, I'm going to make the corn muffin mix. It calls for 1 of the eggs that we have and a 1/3 cup of milk, but I'm not using milk, I'm using water. Whoop. Doesn't look any different with water instead of milk. It made 6. Perfect. Not one dinner. We are having soup, beans, and cornbread. Southern delicacy. This is the best thing ever. So yes, I'm doing it. Loving it. Let's go. I love some soup, beans, cornbread. This is the best thing ever. Who's on a tight budget this week? I don't know. I don't know her. This is good eating. Day 2 breakfast. I made the same thing as I did yesterday. These got a little bit more crispy, but that just adds more flavor. These are so good. I swear they're so simple, but they are tasty, y'all. Day 2 lunch. We're having the same thing as yesterday. We're having the other half of that banana and some of that pasta salad. I'm not eating as much as the pasta salad as I put in my plate yesterday because this is extremely filling. I was barely hungry at dinner yesterday. So, day 2, lunch. I'm totally feeling these soup beans. I'm so excited I had these tonight to eat as well because they hit the spot yesterday. Dinner tonight, same thing as yesterday. We're doing some soup beans and cornbread. This Jiffy buttermilk biscuit mix, if I can talk, is the best. It only requires water. So we're going to make this. We're going to make some regular biscuits. But I'm thinking for my banana, we're going to do something a bit different for some of these. I'm just going to make them like the package says for now. Half a cup of water. Got me a pan over here. I'm going to go ahead and scoop out a few regular biscuits. I'm using this scooper to make sure it's even. Okay. 3 biscuits, even. Let's do something weird. I feel like it's going to be good. Just going to smush the banana, mix it up with that biscuit dough, and bake it like a biscuit. Is it going to be good? I don't know. In theory, I think it will be. Did I just ruin them? I don't know, but we're going to find out. I'm going to bake them on 450 for like 10, 15 minutes. Biscuits are done. These are done, And these don't look too golden brown, but these are done, so I didn't want these to go anymore because I was afraid they would get too done. But they look odd, but they smell so good. I'll let you know if this is good or not. I have no clue. Ow, it's hot. But yeah, I keep touching it. Ow! I'll see you in a second when it's cool. Okay, that's what it looks like. Doesn't look bad. Did I come up with something amazing or something not amazing? I'll let you know as soon as this cools. It's like a breakfast pastry, like one of the expensive ones you get at a coffee shop. It's actually not bad. I've already ate half of it. I'm surprised. That was a good idea. I'm very surprised. For lunch today, I'm finishing off the rest of the beans. It's a gigantic helping, and I put 2 of those corn muffins in it. I don't know if I can eat all of this, but it wasn't enough to save for another day. It's like 1.5 servings. So I probably won't be very hungry for dinner, but this is lunch for day 3. Quick dinner, day 3. Just got a bowl of that pasta salad because I'm not very hungry, but this is going to be filling too. I can never get tired of this though. So good. Breakfast day 4, I think. I lost count, but I'm doing the rest of those banana biscuit pastries. I'm eating both of them today because I'm a little extra hungry, more than usual. So I'm going to do both of them. And they smell great. The banana turned a little darker when I heated it up in the microwave, but it smells so good. For lunch today, I decided to make a little scramble. Now, I do not know the name of this dish. A little Hispanic lady that I used to work with back in the day taught me how to do this. And when I remember it, I do it a lot because it's really tasty. So I put a little bit of oil in the pan with some peppers and onions. I got 2 eggs, and I'm going to whisk those up with some salt and some pepper. Now, after I get those eggs whisked up pretty good, I am going to dice up about 3 to 4 corn tortillas in like little 1-inch squares, as you see me doing right here. I just think it's better to do it in smaller pieces. You could do it bigger if you wanted to, but the little 1-inch pieces, perfect, works perfect. I'm going to start cooking my onions and peppers now. I added a little bit of extra in there from what you seen earlier. But I'm just going to cook these about halfway because peppers take forever and a day to cook compared to everything else that I'm going to throw in here. Now, once they're about halfway cooked, I'm going to start tossing in those tortillas that we chopped up. And you might think for a second that it's going to get smushy and get icky, but that's okay. That's just the step before they start getting crispy because we want these tortillas, or at least I do, like a tortilla chip because that's what the lady that I work with taught me how to do, so that's what I've always done. Now, see here, you might be thinking, oh, it's smushy, it's not working out. It's okay. That's the step before you get the little chippy-like consistency. So I'm just pouring those 2 eggs over top of all of that we make, and I'm just going to start flipping this and rolling it around until all the egg is done. Now, you can add some ham to this if you have ham, any kind of meat. Some people even do this without the veggies, and it's delicious either way. This is customizable to whatever you have in your house. You can top it with some salsa, some sour cream, cheese. I just didn't have cheese in my budget, or I would have had cheese for this. You can do whatever you like. I put some of that homemade makeshift pico that we had and some salt and pepper on top. I put a little bit of extra salt because I did make the tortilla chips in this, and it needed a little bit extra salt for that. But it is so simple, easy, and delicious, y'all. Now, you notice I'm not talking here because I started coughing really bad this day, and I lost my voice, and I sounded so weird, but it was delicious. I could eat. We are feeling good. It's good. It's delicious. You really need to try this. So simple, great, tasty, phenomenal, I'm telling you. For dinner, we're having some of that pasta salad and that ear corn that we bought. I broke it in half and I cooked half of it. So we are having pasta salad and a half of an ear corn for dinner. And I have so much of this pasta salad left over at this point. Do you see this? This goes so far. For breakfast, I'm using 1 egg with a little bit of salt and pepper. And I'm just going to make me an egg biscuit on one of those biscuits. I've heated a biscuit up in a microwave. And I'm just going to cook this real quick. Here's my breakfast for today. I'm just having an egg biscuit. Simple, taste amazing, y'all. Lunch today, I made the other half of that corn on the cob. And I'm eating some more of that pasta salad. This is going such a long way. And it's so good. I like it so much that I'm not tired of it yet. So, I'm feeling good about that. What is this, day 5? Day 5 lunch. I love this stuff. I'm going to start my second batch of beans. I washed and I picked through all my beans, and I did the same thing and put about 2 inches of water over top in my Instant Pot. I'm going to add my salt. I'm going to add my pepper. Probably just a pinch more salt. Still have this much of the peppers and onions left. I want to shake about half of that in there. Well, maybe a little bit more. Still got this much of the tomatoes and onions, and I'm going to shake about half of this in there too. I'm going to cook these for the same amount of time, 65 minutes. Here are the beans. I'm going to let these boil on saute for about 5-10 minutes so they can get thicker and creamier. These smell so good. Like, ooh, I kind of like the way these smell. These are a little fancier than soup beans. I meant to throw all of my garlic in those beans. I forgot. So, while those are sauteing, I'm going to throw this in the oven and let it be roasted. And then I'm going to squeeze the roasted garlic into those beans. I just put it into this iron skillet with a little bit of oil. I'm going to put the lid on the iron skillet and let it roast for about 15 to 20 minutes on 400. I still have 2 of the cornbread muffins left over. So tonight for dinner, I'm just going to eat a big bowl of beans and one of these cornbread muffins. So here's tonight's dinner. Got some beans and cornbread. And for lunch tomorrow, I'm going to do cornbread and beans again. I'm going to put some more beans in this. And I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. And this is going to be one of my meals tomorrow. Now for all of these beans I have left over here, I'm waiting for that garlic to get finished roasting, and I'm going to put it in these beans. Then I'm going to smash these up and make me some refried beans. My garlic is done. This is the remnants of the garlic, and over here is all that roasted, and it smells so divine. It smells so good. I wish there was smell-o-vision. Come on, Elon Musk. I didn't say your name right, but you need to give us some smell-o-vision. Okay. All of those leftover beans. Garlic. I'm going to be using my immersion blender to make these refried beans. But you can just use a tater masher if you don't have one of these. It'll work just fine. These are still popping hot. They'll thicken up as they cool down. I'm going to put these up for tomorrow. Day 6 breakfast. I am going to do something with these biscuits and this apple. I think I'm going to just cook the apples and smear them on the biscuits, kind of like a jam. I peeled and diced that apple, and I put it in this pot with about a 1/4 cup of water. I'm just going to shake a little bit of salt, and we're just going to cook them. Simple. You could use cinnamon if you have cinnamon, a little bit of sugar if you have sugar, But I'm not using pantry items for this, so I'm just going to do basic cooked apples. This is today's breakfast. We have cooked apples over top of biscuits. I have the biscuits, warmed them up. This is today's lunch. I finally finished it off. This is every last bit of that pasta salad. This is huge. This is all those refried beans we made yesterday. I'm not heating up this entire bowl because I'm not going to be using this entire bowl for this. We're going to make some tostadas with these corn tortillas that we have. We still have some pico and it seems to still be good. So I'm just going to take out maybe a small bowl's worth and heat it up in the microwave. Yep, I'm doing the microwave, y'all. I'm going to make my tostadas in a little bit of oil. I have made me 3 tostada shells. I made them a little crunchy, and I'm just going to put my refried beans on top. And I'm just going to put some of that makeshift pico on top. And here is my dinner tonight. Easy, and I'm excited for these refried beans. Let's try out the tostadas. I haven't tasted these beans yet, so I'm pretty excited to taste these. I hope they're good. They smelled amazing. That is the best refried beans I have ever made. Oh my, I'm making a muffin all the time. Day 7 breakfast. I'm going to make another one of those scrambles. I'm not really sure the name of this dish, but it's really good. So just put a little bit of oil in the pan and I put some more of those peppers and onions. And I chopped up some tortillas. And we're just going to get those crispy, kind of like tortilla chips. I whisked up 2 eggs with a little bit of salt and pepper. And we're pouring that over top. And we're going to cook until the eggs are completely finished. Then I'm just going to put a little bit of salt and pepper on top and the homemade pico. Well, makeshift pico. And that is my breakfast for day 7. Lunch today. I was going to do this yesterday, but I decided to finish off that pasta salad instead. I can get it open. These are not reheated. I'm going to reheat the beans and cornbread from yesterday, or day before yesterday. Popping hot. This is my lunch today. Beans and cornbread. And these are a little bit different than normal sweet beans and cornbread. These have a hint of a more like Hispanic flavor, I would say. Before I decide on dinner tonight, I'm going to take a look at what we have left. It's not much, but let's take a look. We have quite a few corn tortillas left. 2 eggs left. Oh, just a little bit of the peppers and onions. Just a little bit. Very, very little of the onions and tomatoes. We have a ton of the refried beans left. A ton. Dinner tonight, I think I'm just going to repeat last night's tostadas or maybe make it in a taco form. Yeah. I think after this challenge, I'm going to have some corn tortillas left, some eggs left, and some refried beans left, which I'm going to freeze those beans because those are bomb. I love those. And honestly, this could probably go to 8 days. It really could go to 8 days. We could do some tortillas with eggs, like in the beginning of the video. We could do the scramble. We could do a few things. This could easily go for 8 days. So let's go ahead and make dinner for tonight. I took 4 corn tortillas and I cut them up. I think I'm going to make homemade chips. And we're just going to do chips and bean dip. Let's make some homemade tortilla chips. I have my chips, and I decided to make it nacho style. Top it with the rest of those onions and peppers and the tomatoes and onions I have. And here we go. Here's my dinner for tonight. I have to tell y'all, this week, I have honestly, this is what I've ate all week. This has been my dinner, lunch, breakfast all week, all right? I wanted to make sure in this video that I showed you day by day what I did. I wanted you to see that it is 100% possible. I know a lot of people kind of do the shortcut way. They wanted to say, this is my dinner, days 1 through 4. I wanted to show you day by day because I didn't want you thinking in the back of your mind, oh, but does it really last that long? I wanted to show you that it does, in fact, last that long. I didn't want you second guessing me, just thinking I was saying it lasted me 1 to 4 days or whatever. I wanted you to see that it did. I ate this for 7 straight days. I was full the entire time. I woke up a little extra hungry one day, but that's because I was extra busy the day before, and I went to sleep, and you know, it was a whole meal. But I just wanted to show you guys day by day what I had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner to show you that it is possible. I didn't want to just say, hey guys, this is what I'll be having days blah blah blah, and just show you one day of it. I wanted to show you all of it because I really want to show you guys that it is possible to eat good on a budget. And here's my dinner tonight. It is good. It is so good. These rare fried beans I made are awesome. Well, that's what I did for around $1 a day. I did it! I'm so proud of myself. This one was fun. This is probably one of the favorites of mine that I have done so far. This was awesome. I love this. It was so fun. It was just so fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this gives you some ideas, ways to stretch a buck. I hope that it helps you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you so, so much. I will see you Monday, baby. I love you guys. Remember, as always, be positive and kind and happy. And I will see you later, Taters. Bye.